Welcome back guys to my brand new tutorial. In today's video we're going to create a homepage in our blog application using Django and Python. Alright, so as I said, in this video we're going to create a homepage for our blog application, so let's start right away. So the first thing we need to do is create a new folder called templates right here. So why we need that? This is because Django by default looks to this templates folder when it wants to find HTML files. So as you probably know, you need to create a HTML file to create new front-end pages for our blog application. So we'll store all of our HTML files in this templates folder. So right here, once you created this templates folder, now we can create a new HTML file and let's call it homepage.html. Alright, so once we have it, now we can actually start writing the HTML code for this homepage. But I will not style this homepage myself. I will actually copy it from the Google Chrome, find any blog homepage already styled and just copy that, and yeah, we can use it. So right here I'll just add a title as all code Joker and then homepage. Alright, and now we can go to this Google Chrome and let's type right here vfreeschool blog template. Alright, and go to this one. So right here, how to create a blog layout. So grab that one and you can see right here how it looks. So we have a blog name, title of that blogs, blah blah blah, about me and stuff like that. We'll delete half of that stuff that is appeared right there. So yeah, just copy this code right here. So how to create a blog layout, add HTML. So add this one right here and copy inside of this body tag. Alright, so I indented this HTML a bit. So yeah, now we can actually copy this CSS right here, but we will not copy it inside of this style tag right here. So you can create a style tag, so style, and then just copy all of that right there. But we will not do that. We will actually store all of our CSS in the actual new folder. So let's create a new folder called static. I think it is only static. You need to check inside of the settings.py. So right here, yeah, it is called static. So just copy the name you typed right here. And yeah, once we created this folder, now we can actually create a new file and let's call it css or styles.css. So just like that, copy all of this CSS code we just copied or pasted. And now we need to actually apply this static files to this HTML folder or this HTML file. The first thing we need to do is right here just type load static. So just like this in this curly bracket and percentage sign. And right here we also need to add a link tag. So add a link tag for this CSS right here. And instead of this href styles.css, we also need to specify instead of these curly brackets and also percentage signs, we need to specify that this is a static, and then inside of the quotation marks specify what is the actual name of this file. So yeah, I think we have everything right now. We can actually save this file and go to the views.py and actually reference Django that we want to use this homepage.html as our primary homepage for our blog application. So right here, let's create a new function called homepage and just type request right here. So the Django knows we want to use request to get this page, and just return render instead of that request. Also where the file is stored, it is just homepage.html, and for the context we currently don't need anything. So yeah, as you can see, we just created a new function called homepage, so you can call it whatever you want. You need to specify this request right here, so we can use this request right here in this render to actually request a get request from the website, so we can see the web page in our front end. And this is just the name of our folder or name of our file, and this is just homepage.html, just like we typed right here. And yeah, that's it. Now we need to actually, inside of our urls.py, specify the path to it, and I already did that. So path, and this is the default URL, so we don't need anything inside of the URL. We can also create a new URL and type right here homepage and then slash, and this will also work, so we'll have two URLs for the same HTML frontend. Alright, so we have done everything we need right now, and we can actually check now if this actually works, if we applied all of the changes. So just go to our terminal and run the server using this command right here, so python manage.py run server, and just copy this HTTP right here and paste it right here. Alright, looks like our CSS didn't work. Alright, I saw where my error is. I didn't type S right here, so I just typed style.css. So add S if you also typed it right here, and save this file, and now it actually works. So we have a blog, so we have a homepage right here that has the CSS styling, and yeah, we see everything we saw in that Free School preview, and now we can actually apply those blog posts from our database, so we don't have this default title heading and title description and other stuff. We will have our information from the database displayed right here as the title heading, as this, as that, and other stuff. So to do that, we want to go to our homepage.html and delete this card right here, so this other title heading. So we will only have this one card with title heading, description, and other stuff. So to add those information from the database to actually apply it to our HTML files, we need to go to our views, and right here we first of all need to import from .models, import our blog post model, and also we'll import the category model. So just like this. So now we will use our blog post model to loop through it to see how many blog posts we have in our database and apply them all to our homepage, or post them all to our homepage. And also categories, we want to loop through all of them and then just display also the category that that blog post has. So just right here type blog post, or we need to use down scores, so blog post equals blog post dot objects dot all. So right here we are looping through all of our blog posts, so we want to display every single blog post we have in our database to our homepage, and this is actually plural, so we will add a S right here, and just right here add it inside of our context. So you do it by typing quotation marks and then the name of the variable you want to use inside of the HTML. So you don't need to call it like this, you can call it Joker, whatever you want, but usually you want to put the same name you put inside of this variable you just created right here. So let's save this file, and now we can go to our homepage.html and actually apply those changes. Alright, so now to actually see our blog posts from the database to actually our front end, we want to use this for loop first. So we want to type a open curly bracket and also this percentage sign, so the Django knows this is a function, and just right here type for and then blog post in blog posts, and we actually need to close this for loop. So unlike Python and Django, you need to close your for loops because HTML doesn't have that functionality to know whether this for loop, whether we want to use this for loop for only this card or for every single column we have right here. So yeah, we need to actually close this for loop so HTML knows whether it should use only this card or every single other one. So yeah, once we did that, so now we are looping through all of our blog posts. So notice this is our blog posts variable we just typed right here. So we are looping through it, and we just call this variable blog post. You can also call it whatever you want, for example Joker, but this is actually a reference to the blog post from our database. So let's delete this title heading and put inside of that blog post dot title. So why dot title? Because this is what it is called inside of our models.py. So go to this models.py and we can see actually our blog post database model, and we see this title field displayed right here. So we should reference this title inside of this blog post dot title. So that's what we are doing right now. So for example, we can also copy this, and for the description it will be not title but rather well, let me find it, description. So yeah, just call it right here description. If you named your fields different than mine, instead of this blog post database model, you should use those names instead of this homepage.html. So that's what you have here. We also need a date, the date. So let's copy this, and let me see what our date is called. It is just date. And do we have something else? Oh, we have an image, and this is a little bit different. So instead of this, just type source and set that to be equal to this. Okay, so we need to copy this again. So this blog post dot date, or not date but rather, let me see, we called it blog image. So dot blog image, and we also need to type dot URL. So just like this. So source and this double curly brackets, just like we did for every single one. And yeah, just blog post, this name of this variable right here, blog image, which is the name of the field in our models, and also type URL. So we want to use a URL for this source to actually display that image. And yeah, that is it. And for the paragraph, I don't know what is this text. I will just set a category for that. So just type right here, copy this, paste it right there, and just type category. Is it like that? Yeah, it is. So yeah, now we can actually check if this works. So go to our homepage right here and refresh the page, and it should display only one blog post, because we only have that one blog post, and also don't have this predefined value but rather the value from our database. And that's what I'm talking about, but we don't see the image right here. So let me find what I'm missing right there. Alright, I didn't notice this, but this is a div tag. It should be an image tag. So yeah, just change that, and now we can actually see, if we refresh this page, we can actually see this image of our basketball. And actually what I will do is change this description to be, instead of this paragraph category, I will delete for now, and actually display the user that created this this blog post. So just type by right here, and also this double curly brackets, and it is just blog post dot user. So we can check in our models. Yeah, this is what we call our field right there. So just type blog post dot user, and we can actually see that this post is created by admin right there. And yeah, I don't know where will I put the category. Maybe before the date right here. So just type, let me copy this and put category right here. And now we can actually see, yeah, we have by admin, sports. Let's also put category, so yeah, users know what is this. So category sports, April 6th, and other stuff right there. If you like this video, make sure to check out the pinned comment of this video. I made you a free PDF guide on how to help you pass the beginner stage and escape the tutorial hell. And also, I have got another great video right here on screen. Make sure to check it out, and I'll see you in that one.